Hi, welcome to Bloom Coffee Roasters. I'm Tejasvi, one of the co-founders. Oh hey, welcome to Bloom Coffee Roasters. I'm Sharan. I'm also a co-founder. Great to have you here.
Hi everybody, welcome to Bloom Coffee Roasters. I'm Shivansh and I'm also the co-founder of Bloom Coffee Roasters. The inspiration was how incredible the people were over there.
The inspiration behind the coffee roastery was really the people that are there in specialty coffee.
I wouldn't.
It's turning something as green brown.
Done. So it's just a machine connected to a laptop. You put in your parameters. You put in green coffee. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes for one cycle to complete, and you get the roasted coffee out. See, that's very simple. There are a lot of plantations around there in India, being one of the big coffee growing country. So every roaster gets a pick on where they get their coffees from, and then every plantation has different lots. So it's not important for two roasters to get the same lot. So there are a lot of times when the estate might be the same, but the specific lot might be very different, and every lot kind of tastes different. And then it comes down to roasting styles, the weather conditions there. There are a lot of things that goes into roasting, right? So every coffee, like if I get one particular coffee, Sabko gets the same, Blue Tokai gets the same. We might not roast it to the same level. We might like it in a light roast setting. Blue Tokai might like it in a different roast level, and same with Sabko. So every coffee roasted different tastes different. So everyone has their own niche. They have their own kind of a particular direction they have when they're roasting coffees. Light roasts is what we kind of specialize in, and that's what we personally like as well.
All right, okay.
It's all a bit of a hoax. We've tried brewing green coffee because we have tons of it, like literally tons of it. And one, it tastes absolutely horrible. Two, clearly I haven't lost weight. So there goes the only benefit that people kind of advertised for it. So it was a bit of a hoax, I felt. But then again, I don't have a definitive answer on that. I don't think anybody does, to be fair.
Controversial. But I don't really like tea, and I was exposed to coffee. I went to Italy for some design work and stuff like that, and वहाँ पे I was exposed to coffee and really bad Italian coffee. Like again, that's also gonna be a massive. But वहाँ पे I was also exposed to very, very good specialty coffee. And since then I was into coffee, and I came back in 2014 with AeroPress. Similarly, Sharan was in London, and he was exposed to, again, it's all about exposure. And when we kind of saw that Indian specialty coffee thrive in 2019, that kind of, it gave us massive amount of FOMO. And that was something that we really wanted to capitalize on. Second is the coffee community over here. Honestly, the people in coffee right now are some of our best. Like we got to know about them, got to know them professionally. But right now, they're some of my best friends. They're like, we have moved on to a very nice, fun relationships with these people. So, and planters are incredible. I mean, people are incredible. And people is very important. I think people is one of the most important aspect of your life. Oof, ज़्यादा हो गया.
The initial plan and the push was we wanted to start a roastery because we wanted to have good coffee for ourselves. That was the first plan. To convert it into a business came later on. The idea of starting a roastery was basically that the three of us like coffee. We want to get into specialty coffee. Roasting it was probably the best idea because it gives us freedom on what we and how we want our coffees to be like. That's how roasting started. And then we made our coffees try to a lot of people, a lot of friends and family members who were very, taken aback by the idea of someone's doing a coffee roastery, especially in north of the country, where tea is dominated by tea drinkers.
Yes.
But we were surprised by the reviews that we got from friends and families. They pushed us forward, and that's how it started. And now, when I look back to 2019 or 2020, there are a lot of people that I know that we have converted from tea drinkers to coffee drinkers, and now snobbish specialty coffee drinkers.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a big change, and that change is coming every day. Yeah.
Like tea. Like I really disliked tea from when I was very, very young. I've never had tea. I've hated all kinds of tea. Give me any kind of tea. Ask me my favorite teas.
What are your favorite teas?
Sustainability, acidity, creativity.
Very good.
That's it. Hate everything else. Kopi Luwak. There's a cat called the Luwak which basically goes and bites coffee cherries. Coffee is a fruit. What we drink is the seed of that fruit, right? Now, what I said earlier, processing is the process of removing the seed from the cherry, right? So it can be done in multiple different ways. One way is that the animal eats the cherry and poops the seed out, and what happens is fermentation, right? Inside the gut, there are certain acids and compounds that ferment the coffee seed in a particular way. Once it poops out, the coffee is cleaned and hulled and then roasted, right? I've had a couple of times. I hated it. More importantly, it's very cruel now, because now it's a industry.
Okay.
So earlier you had wild Luwaks who were roaming around coffee farms, eating up cherries.
So that happened
them out.
naturally.
Yes, right. So
And who went through the entire poop to discover
coffee
this?
farmers, they'll do anything to sell coffee. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that was a natural thing. There was somebody went lol, why not roast it and try it? And they tried it, started selling. Now what they have is they have cages with these poor cats who are force-fed coffee. That's not their primary diet. They would just have coffee for the heck of it. You know, it's like Indians, our parents. They don't want coffee. They would just suddenly go for a walk and have a coffee. That's how those Luwaks were. And suddenly now our parents are in cages being force-fed cappuccinos. Nobody's happy. And it's very cruel.
And it's very expensive.
Yeah, and for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just...
Get to have some of the best coffees the country has to offer. Like that's one of the biggest privileges I feel that we have. Number two, I would say, is the people. Of course, I've gone on about people enough times, and the coffee community that we have created, the coffee community that is there in the entire country is just incredible. Number three is that I started a company with my brother and my friend. So, I mean, I don't need to say more about that. It's the best thing ever. I get to spend most of my working time with the people I love. So, yeah.
Being in the coffee industry is the people. It is the community, and the kind of coffee that we get to have, to get to drink, to roast. But people just takes it all over, right? People starting from the plantations, the farmers, the growers, fellow roasters who are very, very supportive and helpful, home brewers, and all the customers who are, loyal to us, who've stayed with us. And then I get to work with my best friend and his brother. So yeah, that's been the reason.
packaging is also very unique. Like you don't follow the minimal aesthetics, and I've also seen some references to the Chandigarh architecture.
Yes.
Can you decode your packaging for us?
Sure. We have a bag here. So I'm an architect, and my grandfather was part of the whole design process with Corbusier, and yeah. So this is basically our homage to modernism practice in India, and so use of primary colors, use of the Chandigarh gutter map, and use of primary shapes, use of modern ideology is all implemented over here, and yeah. All the stickers are in a certain ratio that was given by Corbusier, in which all the sectors of the Chandigarh is designed, and yeah, there's a lot of thought going into this randomness, and also most importantly, we have all the information that a coffee nerd wants to see on the packaging. So we have the tasting notes, we have the roast level, we have the grind size. We just to make it really obvious, it says coffee. It's very important. Like, you need to know what you're picking up.
Of course.
है ना? We have so this is a blend. We also have the estate over here, and yeah, there's a lot. So the information is conveyed in a fun way. With the packaging, in terms of that minimal aesthetic, we saw that a lot of the roasteries were going in a very similar aesthetic. Like as you said, that snobbery kind of a aesthetic. And we wanted to make our packaging super approachable. We wanted to stand out, of course, and we also wanted to make it super approachable. That is why we call ourselves Bloom. Right? Bloom is a very nice generic word. You know, it's a good, happy vibe, positive word. Yes, when hot water hits ground coffee for the first time, that is also called to bloom. So there is like multiple meanings to the name, but we wanted to be generic. At the same time, we wanted to stand out, right? And I was also bored of that minimal aesthetic. Yeah. It's at its absolute nascency. A lot of more cafes, roasteries will open, a lot will shut down, but overall the graph is looking very, very high. Like it's gonna go like economically, it's gonna be big. All the millennials, all the Gen Z people, all the people who had gone out to study know that it's better. There's a better life inside the country, and a lot of that brain drain is coming back to the country. A lot of people want to want access to great coffee. They want to have that access to good cafes. So it's looking very bright. I think it's on a rise, and it's gonna be on a rise for a while.
So in terms of growth opportunities and how the market's gonna grow, it's gonna probably boom in the next 5 years. It's gonna go very, very big, and so that's another reason why being in the industry at this time really works for us. Right? Setting up a base, trying to get to know consumers, trying to get to know what kind of coffees the planters want to do, what kind of coffees we personally want to do. And so it's a great space to be in, which has a lot of potential to probably go way bigger within the next 5 to 7 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, it's blowing up right now. You know, there's tons of investment coming from everywhere. Everybody's opening a cafe. Everybody's opening roasteries. It's a lot of fun. It's great for, I think, coffee as a product. It's great for coffee as an industry. I don't see. I keep hearing this whole bubble thing. It's a bubble, it'll burst. It's a bubble, it'll burst. It might, but we'll still reach a pretty long way, right? And honestly, I feel India is actually doing very, very well in terms of the quality of coffee it produces, it roasts and supplies. Even the home brewers, even the cafes, it's almost at par in any country in the world. You know, so and it's just going to get better from there. What is the really fun space is the green coffee part of it, where I think the Indian farmers are producing exceptional coffee at par with any Ethiopian, Kenyan, Guatemalan coffee, right? And that's the real win over here above everything else. So to see India get recognition on the world stage at different events year on year, as a growing nation, as a producing nation, is what is really exciting to see.
Let me think of something clever to say. Say too much caffeine, I guess, but no, I mean, we feel a little bit of humor is the best way to put your point across. And we are not very serious we are very serious about our coffee. But we're not very serious in terms of our normal day-to-day characters. So we just put us out there. We try to.
Ideas.
There's no brains behind it. Most ideas are when the three of us are sitting together having coffee, discussing work, and one random thing just comes up and we're like, this might work for us, because we've never been in terms of portraying the three of us, it's never been very serious content. But when it comes to coffee, it is very, very serious. Like, we are snobbish about coffees, but we are fun in general. That is what Bloom is all about.
It's our company, right? The one thing that I was very particular about with Bloom Coffee Roasters was that if nothing else, we have to be original, and we have to be ourselves, right? And because we started as a passion project, we had the liberty to do it. And our social media is honestly a reflection of us. We are not trying to put a facade on and be something that we are not. Because our customers relate to us, right? There's some people who have coffee who absolutely dislike us. They hate our branding. They find us too loud. They find us. They think that we don't know about coffee because we don't, sit very seriously and discuss coffee. But that's okay. Because the ones who love us, they really love us.
Yeah.
Right? And they love us for who we are. And for a brand to kind of grow right now, organically the way we are, I think it's very important that we are true to ourselves.
So pop-up day. So last Sunday of every month, we turn our office, which is usually quite dirty, which we clean, as you can see. But we clean on that last end of every month. We call all our people over and give them one coffee, a super light roast, a super experimental process, and then we brew it on the espresso. We brew it on filter coffee. We brew it in every way possible, just to showcase that your method of brewing is not dependent on your roast level. So that is something that we feel very passionate. You can pull incredible espressos out of light roast, very decent filter coffee out of dark roast.
And the people who attend the pop-ups, how is that audience?
It's the best. I love every single one of the people who come to the pop-up. They love us, we love them. They are our customers. They are people who like coffee in general. There are people who think it's a cafe and suddenly show up, get disappointed that there is no food. Sometimes there is food, but those people are incredible. And we have a whole host of people. We have artists, we have painters, we have musicians, we have other coffee people, other coffee professionals. Everybody come to the pop-up. It's quite fun. Advice would be to invest into learning, not education. Fuck education. But learning what is good, what is bad, how do you get to good, how do you get to objective bad. So just preparing yourself, like not hire consultants that know how do you do something, because most people have spent a lot of time to get to a point where they know this does not work, when X thing does not work. So you'll save on a lot of time. So that is number one. Number two is to just go completely out there with YouTube now, with people like James Hoffman, Lance Hendrick, and Aram Se Coffee in India. There is so much education out there that is relevant, and that is now ever changing. Coffee is changing very, very fast. Like what was relevant 5 years ago is not relevant anymore at all. And every 5 years we are going through a turnaround of new things to learn. So yeah, just keep updating yourself, and yeah, I mean, invest into yourself.
Get into it only if you love it, if you're passionate about coffee, and if you think, don't do it just because you think it's a business that's gonna make you a lot of money. That's not true. We're all here because we love coffee, we have a passion for it, and because the community is great. So if you want to be a part of it, then definitely start a roastery. If you're in it for the money, then sadly this is not the right business for you.
Does Bloom take interns?
Yeah, we love to. We love to. Yes. We are now hiring interns. If anyone's interested, please join us.
A fun team.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Do it. One, learn from the best that you can learn from, and ideally work for a great company. Like I said, starting your own coffee roastery is not as a wonderful business idea as it might seem. We knew that going into it, right? We knew that if you wanted to make money, we should open a cafe. We just didn't have the money to open a cafe, right? And now we don't want to. But it's a lot of fun. Like, if I could stop doing everything and just be stuck in my roastery and roasting coffee, I would be the happiest person in the world. It's wonderful. Because it's kind of like learning how to play an instrument. You can never learn it. Every single time that you're roasting coffee, there's an aha moment. Every single time, like when I'm practicing my guitar or practicing any other musical instrument, you learn something new every single time, right? And it has that beauty to it of that art has, because it's an agricultural product. There's so many different variables, so something or the other keeps changing, and you're like, oh man, if I do that, it tastes like that.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful. It's a great thing to do. It's a lot of fun, and if you love it, you love it.
Future of Bloom is looking good. A lot of work is going to happen. A lot of we are also working on a lot of educative content to push out, and I want to say it's good. It's good. I'm happy. I'm happy on where we are. I'm happy on where we see what's happening and how we are getting there.
As Bloom, there's just one goal. The three of us want to grow. Just keep learning, keep getting better every day, and there's no such thing as a company forecast when it comes to the future as such. But yeah, we'd like to be here for as long as we can, and as long as we are learning and we are growing, I think we're here.
That's one of the most important things,
Yes.
I feel, to
Absolutely.
learn and to grow.
Yes.
Definitely.
I want to say it's the three of us that together, the way we approach coffee, the way we approach a certain situation is unique to us. So, way we approach a coffee is unique to us. The way we want to taste, the way what we like in our coffees is what we like in our coffees. So, that is our primary criteria for any of our roast profiles, that I can close my eyes, pick a coffee, okay, today I'm going to brew this, and I can brew it in any way, and I know that I will be able to have it and enjoy it.
I think what makes us stand out is the team, is the three of us. Honestly, the kind of rapport that we have with our customers, with the home brewers, it's something that I've not seen very often in the industry. And it's the direction that we take, right? What we wanted to do, we've never really succumbed to pressure of anyone wanting something else, and we're like, so if we want to say no, we say no. right? That's what sets us apart.
What makes us stand out is the way we approach coffee, the way we want to communicate about coffee, and the fact that we are original, you know. And I wouldn't change that for anything. Yeah.
That's great. That is how it should be.